What is happening, everybody? It's your buddy Aaron and welcome back to another G35 video. Today is going to be kind of a short video, but a very informative video and something that you guys need for your G35. This is something that's been blasted all over YouTube for pretty much all of the car community, and it's an oil catch can. I have done it in the past on my G35 and I've been running a catch can for quite a few years now, but I never really knew all of the little technical details that really matter. A lot of people seem to have the issue of burning oil in their revup DE engine, and installing an oil catch can in the car can help reduce that blow-by oil from burning through your engine and instead recycling it back through the engine. So the engine works by turning the intake manifold as a source of vacuum, which over here at the PCV valve will suck all of the blow-by from here back into the intake manifold. However, when you press the throttle, the intake manifold stops building that vacuum pressure, and during this time, that's when all of the oil blow-by will burn through the motor, in which could cause some more wear on the engine. Now, I know a lot of you are super excited to see this car start. Trust me, I am extremely ecstatic to get this thing running, and I honestly have already tried. I have a lot of questions to answer, but I'm gonna save that for the next video when I'm gonna be installing another mod on the G35. Before we can go ahead and even start the car, I'm gonna have to set up the PVC system, and I want to give a huge shout out to our friends over at ADDW1. They sent us out this awesome kit. Gotta give them a huge shout out. If you guys want this kit, it is the perfect kit for your G35, and I'm going to be explaining why when I'm installing it in this video. There is a link down in the description if you guys want to get it, but let's go ahead and jump into the install and why this is the best kit to get for your G35 or 350Z. I do already have an oil catch can PCV system in place. As you guys can see, this is just a little cheap oil catch can that I had purchased off of Amazon for about 30 bucks. I wanted this vented catch can system so that I can hook up both of these blow-by hoses on each side. You have one over here connected to the PCV valve, and then the second one is over here behind the second valve cover. This hose right here will normally plug into the stock intake housing, but since I'm using the Admin Tuning 3.5-inch intake, there's no port to plug this hose in, so I was able to easily incorporate it into my catch can system by running it all the way down here and connecting at this three-way valve going into the catch can. To be honest with you guys, this first system that I set up right here is flawed in so many ways, and I'm gonna show you guys why. First of all, starting off with this really cheap catch can that I got off of Amazon for 30 bucks. It's a universal catch can. It really isn't meant for the G35, but you could use it just like I did. So I went with the cheap catch can, and the reason why it's so cheap is because the inside of it honestly has no filtering capabilities at all. It's honestly hollow on the inside. It has this little drain bolt right here where oil was leaking from, and I had to seal it up with some RTV, and it only comes with 2 ports right here. It's a little beat up right now from the crash, but it did have a little side reading so you can check the oil level, but the tube got so gunked up that you couldn't even read the oil level even after a few hundred miles of driving this thing. The fact that I have this 3-way valve, it pretty much just joins everything together, and it probably isn't even filtering anything. It's only filtering whatever is dripping, whatever is building up and dripping down into the catch can. So in order for me to have a vented system venting out right here and not going through the lower plenum, I went ahead and just cap that up right there, which I learned recently could be hurting horsepower as well as the engine's breathing. There's also another setup where it just goes from here into the catch can and then over here to the PCV valve. So it's only a 2 hose and only a 2-way thing, but you're still leaving your intake side pretty much wide open. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this setup, and then we're gonna go ahead and check out the new ADDW1 oil catch can, and I'm gonna show you guys why it's so much better. Please excuse all the fluids. I'm just super ready to get this G running. I got a nice little space right here. We got the ADDW1 oil catch can tank for the G35. This thing is so sick. It's got some carbon fiber finish. Definitely a super high quality oil catch can. So excuse me, I had already opened this in a previous video and I couldn't find a way to fit this back in there so I can do a proper unboxing for you. But this is a bracket that the catch can comes with. This is actually a bracket that's going to be replacing our power steering reservoir bracket right there. We do have this bracket kind of customized over here with our new ground ports, which we can still incorporate in this new ADDW1 bracket. It's pretty much just going to replace that bracket so we can put this reservoir on here, and then we can also hold the oil catch can with this extra bracket up top here. Just these 2 right here will bolt in right there on those 2 bolts, and then this right here will bolt in right here. Go ahead and set that down and see what else is inside the box. So we get all these custom hoses that we're gonna be using to set up our catch can system. It's pretty much the diagram that they're giving us, a little layout to show us exactly where we should be connecting everything and how it should look. If you guys have a stock housing, it's telling you, you can drill into the stock intake housing, you can do this, you can do that. I don't have a stock housing, so pretty much the end of this tube is gonna be going into right here, which would normally go into the intake, but there's no port for this for my intake, so I just either have to plug it or incorporate it into my oil catch can system, which I'm doing. So that hose is gonna go right here. I'm probably gonna reroute it facing the other way so it can go around the back of the engine, as it shows right here, coming around to the oil catch can. Then we're gonna have this port that I have plugged up. We're gonna unplug that, and then we're gonna be running it right into the catch can. And then there's gonna be one more hose that's gonna go and wrap around and go right into our PCV valve. So we're gonna be having full coverage on our PCV system to have everything vented through a properly vented oil catch can. ADDW1 was actually really smart with their design. They went ahead and properly vented the catch can. As you guys can see, all the little arrows, everything is flowing in the proper way into the catch can and then out of the catch can into the intake, which is pretty much properly filtering the oil so that no blow-by goes back into the engine. Also, instead of having a cheap little vent like this, you're not gonna have any type of oil burning smell like I used to have. So here is the oil catch can, super sleek, such a nice design. You can see all the threads we can go ahead and insert the valves into and get the hoses connected. Something really awesome about ADDW1 that I have never seen before, they actually include their own dipstick so that you can check the oil inside properly without having to look through a clear tube that'll just fog up like the cheap ones. They have their own freaking dipstick. You can check the level. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. So looking further into the box, we get our little check valves, our nice little hose clamps. We got this nice hose bracket right here that's gonna look sick under the hood. Then we have some more valves as well as some hose clamps. What I wanna go ahead and get started is removing this little bracket right here and putting our new bracket on. Thank you. All right, so this is the old bracket. It's got these two bushings in here where the bolts go through. Just gotta go ahead and push those out. So we got our new bracket here. Just go ahead and push our bushings into the new one. For you guys, you'll have a third bushing that will go right here, but for me, I'm using it for ground purposes, so I got rid of the bushing and I just used the metal on the inside. Check it out, guys. So we got the bracket on there. It's looking pretty cool. I went ahead and fed the little ground lines right through it. All right, so now we got this little bracket right here that we're gonna go ahead and add our catch can to. All right, guys, so taking a look on top of the oil catch can, we do have a bunch of these screws right here, so we can kind of adjust where we wanna put it, whether we wanna put it right here, like this, or like this. For my situation, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it right here on these two so that I have these two ports facing outwards towards the plenum port PVC valve. Pretty much just unscrewing these screws on the top here that I'm gonna use to mount the catch can. Looks like on the bottom they also do have a drain bolt, which has already got some thread tape on it, so you already know it's not gonna leak right out the box. So check it out, guys. We got our ADDW1 catch can installed. It is looking pretty good right now, to be honest with you guys. It fits in so nice with the engine bay. Like, it's the perfect spot to put it. This is actually where I had the other one mounted, but that one didn't come with a bracket or anything, so I just kind of zip tied it in place. But the way that this kind of takes a hold of that stock bracket and kind of forms its own bracket right off of that, it's super sleek, nice little fit inside the G35 engine bay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on installing the little adapters here for the hoses and get the check valves on there, start cutting the hoses. Let's just go ahead and start tearing it up. To be honest with you guys, I think this might be used to cover up these check valves, but it honestly looks really good and works really well as just the hose clamps for these two hoses, so I'm gonna leave it just like that. Check it out, guys. Yo, I am so stoked at the way that it came out right now with the Z1 hoses included with it. Just looking so awesome here with the rest of the engine bay. Kind of just seeing everything all together. It's crazy to think that I did this. I can't believe I did all of this right here with the help of all of you guys, as far as like motivation, comments, and everything like that, and the help of all my friends that came over and the people who supported this build. ADDW1, shout out to Jesse for helping me do the whole timing and cams and everything. Shout out to D across the street for helping me put in some manpower and moving shit when my back was bad. I'm just so stoked. Look at it right now, it's so sick. And we are so close to getting that first start going. I have low-key been trying to start it, but I'm gonna go ahead and save that information for the next video. We're pretty much done here with installing our catch can. As you guys can see, we have our intake line coming out of the PCV valve running over here to the intake line here. Of course, it's running through all the vents inside of the catch can so that all of the vapors, all the oil, and the blow-by can get caught in the catch can. And then pretty much cleaner air is going to be coming out and into the intake manifold, as well as over to the other side valve cover. I'm stoked to finally have a really good setup with a catch can that's definitely going to be reliable and actually doing its job. So shout out to ADDW1 for sending this out to us and giving us the opportunity to test this new design and show you guys off the new bracket and how clean it looks inside of the engine bay. So if you guys don't have one, definitely worth it. Go ahead and pick yourself up an ADDW1 oil catch can. Right now I'm going to be spending some time off camera so that I can be putting the front end back together. What time is it, dude? It's f***ing late, isn't it? Holy shit. It's 1 a.m. Oh my god. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure you smash that like button. If you guys have any questions or anything, don't hesitate. Leave those comments down below. I'm always here to answer your questions. Also, if you guys have any problems with the setup, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Please stay tuned because we got some crazy content coming soon. We're going to be starting the G35 soon. I got another mod to install in the next video. Yeah, we're going to be getting this thing on the freaking road soon. Stay tuned, guys. I'm going to catch you guys soon. Later. What up, guys? I'm about to show you guys something that every single G35 owner needs to have. All you gotta do is go over to DoubleASupply.com. Check out this sweet G35 merch that we have. We got this nice jet tag right here. We got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we also got air fresheners, we got some stickers. So if you guys want to support the G35 build, head over to DoubleASupply.com and make a nice little purchase. I appreciate you guys so much for following the build and watching along. Thank you guys so much for hitting that like, for commenting, for everything. And I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.